I'm going to keep my comments very, very short. First of all, to thank a few of my colleagues, Dermot, Donal and Justin, for their commitment to your cause. And as clinicians, it's really important that they lead this from the front, as well as supporting patients going through what can be a very traumatic journey. From the hospital's perspective, we're delighted to be involved in something as important as this. To my former colleague, Jerome Coffey, who's here now as the Director of the National Cancer Control Programme, and indeed his predecessor, Susan O'Reilly, who committed to making this happen more than 18 months ago. And that's really important from our perspective, because without that mandate, processes like this don't really happen. And the NCCP has been central, I suppose, to streamlining the delivery of services, particularly services that were sometimes unloved. In St. Vincent's, I suppose, we have quite a long track record of having very important patient groups. One of the difficulties we find is those important patient groups, sometimes it's our ability to treat them as a cohesive group gets fractured. Days like today, where you get together as a group and provide feedback directly to the clinicians about what it is that you need, informs the way we can structure and deliver our services. And that's hugely important from a hospital perspective. You know, we have a lot of, probably the most prominent service in our hospital is the cystic fibrosis. And it took an awful long time for that to become for them to become a cohesive group, and for the hospital to respond in a strategic manner to those requirements. And I think what has happened today, and what is happening today, and in fact going back over the last 2 years, is an opportunity for this really important patient group to come together, to inform us about the requirements that you have, so we can configure our services to meet your needs in a much better way than perhaps we would do otherwise. So I don't have very much more to say other than I really hope you enjoy the day. The weather we can't control, but we can pull the blinds down and pretend it's sunny outside anyway. I hope you really get the maximum out of the day, and you're very welcome again to St. Vincent's. Thank you.